So mean, I make medicine sick.
Come on! Root to the fruit, more bass than Bootsy Collins. You versus me, that's like Ali versus Foreman. Guards act, stand back and watch. Devil's timeout, can't be timed with no swatch. Watch who I am, the Black Abraham. Zungo Zungo Zang, Yellow Man, Vietnam. Adding extra bars, I spar with little chore. Taking kingdoms from czars, winning more wars than the Moors.
Now what the deal, star? I seen the devil spar with the law. Mathematics was the key to set my whole race free. You might debate we, a refugee, no harm hurt me. Dying thirsty from the struggle to my own hustle bubble on the low. Woe is me to show the free bar right. The righteous Asiatic, think a while, shaitan rob light. Civilized like the Molly Burgundy. Wiley rockin', seen the fifth when Ali clocked and John Forte, you'll keep you locked in.
LDBC. This is your boy Coach Shelton Harrison. You're live on the Coach Shelton Harrison Boxing and MMA Show Live. Okay, folks, this is a film study, and welcome to it. This is my film study of Muhammad Ali versus Ken Norton, the third fight. I just want to give a disclaimer that the majority of the film study that I do are on the women. I was asked by Mr. Doc, the boxing librarian, and of course B. Marsh to actually help break down the technical aspect of this fight. And of course, I would never tell these brothers no, and that's just the way that is. Okay, so let's really go ahead and get into what happened, okay? I'm going to show you scenes, okay? We're not going to be able to just dissect the entire fight, but I'm going to show you things that Ali did well, and then I'm going to show you things that Ken Norton did well in this fight. Now, this is the first round, okay? I actually gave this round to Ali, and I thought Ali definitely outpointed Ken Norton Jr., and he used a variety of tricks that, you know, new school fighters are using now. Muhammad Ali used a version, he used a counter, but I call this a feint counter, okay? And I'm going to show you what you're watching, and then I'm going to tell you what you're watching. Watch this. Okay, right there. Okay, so what Ali did, this was a version of a feint counter. See, Ken Norton came into this fight, and in that sequence, he was giving Ali a lot of different feints. But you guys noticed that Muhammad Ali didn't even flinch. He didn't bite on him. He didn't bite on any of the feints. And I'm going to show you exactly why Ali never bit on any of the feints, okay? I want you guys to take a look at this diagram that I drew. Or that I put up. Sorry, I didn't draw it. Okay, so the first thing that Ali did, Muhammad Ali, he was checking for weight distribution, and a lot of the fighters, they do that. You know, I've always told you on this channel that my old trainer used to always tell me that if you're looking at a guy's fist to try to avoid a punch, that means he's already hit you in the face, okay? And that is so true. But Ali did a couple of things to ensure that he actually got that shot, that clean, effective shot onto the side of Ken Norton's jaw. The first thing that Ali did, he checked for weight distribution. He's looking to see where Ken Norton's offense is going to come from, okay? And he's also looking, too, to avoid any unnecessary damage, okay? So he's looking at that direct line of sight. Now, let's look at the front foot disruption, okay? Ali has his front foot out, okay? He's got his front foot out in front of Ken Norton's front foot. And the reason Ali does this is to discourage Ken Norton from actually just rushing in, okay? And it's almost like a barrier because that's going to keep distance and separation between him and Ken Norton. And also, too, this is the ultimate reason why Muhammad Ali he didn't take the bait on the feints, because Ken Norton wasn't in range to even hit Ali with any of those shots. Even if he wanted to, he couldn't because he was too far out of range. So Ali did not bite on any of the feints, okay? But let's look at what Ali did. Ali performed a feint counter. And a feint counter is when you're actually a person that's feinting you feint them, but you feint them and you hit them with the counter. And let's take a look at what Ali did. Okay, so to complete the feint counter, Ali, what he did was he kept his foot disruption there. He kept his front foot in front of Ken Norton's foot to keep the distance established between him and Norton. And then Ali does something, you know, very unique. What he did was he actually bent at the waist to appear closer to Ken Norton than he really was. But in actuality, he still was the same distance away from Ken Norton as before he even started any of this. Okay, and just watch real carefully. Okay, now I want you guys to look at this position. Man, this is very beautiful. Muhammad Ali, he's actually bent at the waist, but guess what? Take a look at his feet. Okay, I'm going to take a photograph of this and show you. Here goes. Okay, so if you look right here, you notice that Ali, he's arched at his spine, okay? And what he's trying to do is trying to give the indication that he's closer, but really he's not closer, okay? Matter of fact, his foot differential, it didn't even shift much, okay? He just maybe took a step to the outside, but you know, if you're looking at this angle, if we were to look at this from the side, you know, Ali is still pretty much still almost just he's about just as far back as he was, okay? He may have taken like a step or a step to the side, but if you can tell, you know, Ken Norton is still not that close. Ali just arched his spine to appear closer. And now, you know, Ken Norton is going to bite because he starts to feint again. And Ali still does not bite because really what Ali would do if Ken Norton were to try to throw a punch, he just would have straightened his spine back up, like in this photograph right here, okay? He would have straightened his spine back up. Take a look. See, like this. He would have just merely straightened his spine back up, and he would have been in the same position where he started. But we know that Ali, he's going to commit to throwing that lead right hand, okay? So you see Ali, he's arched at his spine, okay? He's pretty much timing his feints because now he knows how the man feints, and he's going to go ahead and pop him with that lead right hand because it's ready now. And Ken Norton is going to commit to what he's going to do, and Ali is going to commit to that lead right hand. Watch. Okay, so watch Ali. Boom. Okay, so in that sequence right there, okay, Ali did this over and over and over, okay? He did the feint counter. All right, let's take a look at other details of the first round. Okay. In this clip, I'm going to show you how Ali, he was a mastermind of actually using a decoy jab. He was a mastermind of using a jab as a decoy. And basically, the jabs, they're never going to score. Okay, but this is a jab that's used to disrupt Ken Norton from coming in because Ken Norton had a habit of trying to get in on the inside. And with Ali, this was going to be particularly difficult because Ali made it very difficult for Ken Norton to get in on the inside. Now, Ali is going to do another version of the feint counter, and yes, this is a version of the pull counter that you see Floyd Mayweather use. Muhammad Ali was pretty much using lead right hands and lead right hand counters and feint counters. He was using these well before the guys of these new eras, you know, actually doing the same thing. But let's take a look. So I'm going to show you what you're watching, and then I'm going to tell you what you're watching. Here goes. Okay, you saw Muhammad Ali give a double jab, then he arched his spine, and then he came right in, okay? He came right in with the lead counter, or with the lead right hand, okay? He came right in with the lead right hand, and it's kind of almost a version of a pull counter, okay? But let me go ahead and show you exactly what you're watching. Here goes. Okay, so this is after Muhammad Ali gave the double jab. I want you guys to look, okay? You see, Muhammad Ali, he spent this whole round collecting data, and he knows now. He knows exactly how Ken Norton feints. He knows. He's got the timing down pat. So what does Ali do again? You would think that Ken Norton would pick up on this, but he doesn't, okay? Take a look, and let me show you this diagram again. Okay, so here's a diagram, okay? And this is what you're watching from the video clip. What Muhammad Ali did, he went ahead, he arched his spine, okay? He arched it because that gave a deceptive distance between him and Ken Norton. But if you look at the foot, if you look at his front foot, okay, his front foot is still there in front of Ken Norton's front foot. So again, Muhammad Ali is not worried about the feints. He's not worried because he knows that Ken Norton is just feinting, and he's not going to come on any offense. Again, Ken Norton is trying to draw a response. And of course, Muhammad Ali caught Ken Norton with the exact same punch, okay? Ken Norton kind of, he started feinting, and he was going to feint to the body a little bit, but Muhammad Ali, he arched his spine, And it's actually like, it's like Muhammad Ali is sticking his chin out saying, here, hit me, hit me, hit me. But, you know, then he just kind of commits to that right hand. And watch again on the clip. Okay, you see it right here. You're about to see, okay, Muhammad Ali is coming in with that lead right hand. Watch. Okay, nailed him. He nailed him with the exact same punch. And guys, you know what? He was doing this basically the whole first round. He was catching this dude with the exact same punch. Hey, does this punch look familiar? Somebody else uses this same punch today, don't he? Okay, but he caught Ken Norton with the exact same punch. And I'm kind of sitting there thinking, man, you would think Ken Norton would actually make an adjustment when he sees Muhammad Ali, you know, arch his spine like that. Ken Norton could have easily just taken a step back, and that would have made Muhammad Ali reset. But, you know, he didn't do it. Okay, so in this clip right here, okay, I gave round 2 to Ken Norton. Okay, I gave round 2 to Ken Norton. And I thought that Ken Norton, to me, landed more clean, effective punches. I thought Ali was kind of playing. I think Ali was playing with this guy too much in the second round, believe it or not. And you know what? And if Ali would have actually been completely focused and serious this whole fight, I think he won this fight very easily. But you know, it's Ali. You know, he showboated. That was part of his persona. That's what he did in the ring. But I want to show you what you're watching, and then I'm going to tell you what you're watching. Here goes. Okay. Now, we just saw a very beautiful display of offense by Ken Norton. Okay, remember I told you from the earlier part of this video that Ken Norton needed to get in on the inside of Ali, and Ali didn't particularly make that very easy for Ken Norton to do. He didn't do it, okay? So Ken Norton had to find a way to get in. Okay, we watched a sequence of events, okay? What Ken Norton did, he set this whole sequence up with a jab, okay? Ken Norton threw a jab, and then he came in with an overhand right. The jab completely disrupted Ali's offense or defense. Whatever Ali tried to do, it was disrupted by that jab. And then, therefore, Ali dropped his hands, and Ken Norton was able to come in with the overhand right. Let's take another look. Okay, so let's watch. Okay, Ken Norton is going to set this whole thing up with a very quick jab. Here goes. Okay, right there. Now that jab right there started this whole sequence of events, okay? Let's take a photograph, and I'm going to show you guys, you know, definitely what I'm seeing. Here goes. Okay, if you look at this clip, okay, or if you look at this photograph, what Ken Norton did was he actually dropped his head, okay? And you would think that he's throwing this jab. You'd think he's throwing this and he couldn't see, but actually he did. It's a technique that a lot of old school fighters do. I even see B-Hop use this, where he'll throw a jab and he'll tuck his chin under to avoid getting damaged, because, you know, Ali had caught Ken Norton, and I counted, 6 times that he continued to catch Ken Norton with this lead right hand, arched the spine, and hit him. So Ken Norton did not want to get capitalized, so he feinted. He feinted to the body, okay? And I've even seen Marcos Maidana use this same trick on Adrian Broner. What Ken Norton, and I'm going to draw the arrows here so you can see, okay? He took his head and he did it. He did a feint, but he feinted to the body. So now Ken Norton's eyes are right here. Whoops, misdrew my arrow. Let's shorten that up. Okay. All right. So Ken Norton's eyes, he's eyeing the body of Muhammad Ali. Okay. And what does Ali do? Ali thinks that, oh, he's gonna go for the body. So Ali, you know, unwisely drops his hand, and Ken Norton is able to catch him with a jab. Okay. And he set it up with just a simple feint to the body. And Ali could have, you know, rotated to the side when he saw the feint, which, you know, that's probably what I would have did. I would have rotated, but Ali chose to try to block the punch. Well, it didn't work, and he left his chin exposed, and bam, he caught him with that nice little jab to set this up. Okay, so let's take a look at the clip. Okay, so now let's check it out and see the sequence of events, okay? Okay, now, notice how the feint to the body and the jab set up that overhand right. Notice, okay? Ali got caught with that, okay? His hands were down, and he couldn't even get his hands up in time because he took a shot. That's just how it is, okay? Okay, all right, guys, so in this clip, we're going to see Ken Norton execute the same move because now he knows that Ali is susceptible to it. Ken Norton was collecting his own data, and he knew that Ali would drop his hands if he feinted to the body, okay? All right, so I'm going to show you what you're watching, and then I'm going to tell you what you're watching. Here goes. Okay, so you see how Ken Norton, again, he used a double jab, and these are just jabs. They're just not even intended to do a lot of damage. It's just merely to set Ken Norton up so he can get in on the inside of Ali. Because Ken Norton knew that he would not be effective against Ali at a range. He wasn't going to be. His only effective measures was to get in on the inside of Ali and pretty much work Ali on the inside. That was all he's going to be able to do. Let's watch it one more time so you can actually see exactly what I'm seeing. Okay, here's the sequence of events again, okay? You're going to see Ken Norton set this whole thing up with a double jab, and then bam, he's going to clock Ali with an overhand right. Watch. Okay, there's first little pawn jab. Second jab. Overhand right. And Ali fell for it. He fell for it. Okay, guys, there are going to be more film studies in this series because there's a lot to this video, but this is the first installment of it, okay? I hope you guys enjoyed it. And also, too, oh, there's one more thing I want to point out with Ken Norton, okay? Take a look. Okay, I want you guys to look at how Ken Norton is standing, okay? Look, notice that he's got one arm here. Let's take a photograph of it so I can show you better. Okay, I want y'all to take a look, okay? Notice that Ken Norton has his arm and his elbow, and I'm going to draw lines here. He's got his arm and his elbow right here, okay? This is pretty much to stop any incoming attacks to the body or to block them, okay? And then he's got his hand right here, and I want you guys to take a look at his, that's his right hand. He's got his right hand right here, and I want y'all to take a look, okay? See, Ken Norton is using this glove as just a thing to actually go back and forth, and he's circling his body like this, and he's going back and forth to parry any punches, okay? And also, too, look defensively how Ken Norton is turned, okay? He's turned at an angle. He's making a small target out of himself, and this actually it makes it very difficult for Ali to land any clean, effective punches because, one, he's got his chin tucked in, and he's got his hand here guarding his chin, while he's got his arm and elbow. And the elbow is very important because, see, if you punch somebody on the elbow, I'm telling you, man, that hurt. I don't know if any of y'all ever got punched or you punch somebody on the elbow with your knuckle. Hey, man, it hurts. I mean, and that's, why a lot of fighters, well, that's why Ken Norton has his elbow stuck out there. So if Ali attempts to do a body attack, yeah, he definitely was going to catch it on the elbow. But I guess if Ken Norton really researched Ali a lot, Ali in this particular fight didn't do a lot of body shots. He just didn't, for some reason. I don't know why. But I hope you guys enjoyed this first phase of this film study. There'll be more. This is your boy, Coach Shelton Harrison. I'm done. Subscribe.